Alrighty, Murdie, thanks for joining us. First of all, this is the interview for just after the Auchinleck Talbot game, and what were your thoughts on it?
Tough lessons learned. Today came out with a bit of optimism. Obviously first game in pre-season, and it's a tough first game. Granted, it's not the norm, but when you look at the game, you're going to get worked hard, and getting fitness and stuff out of the game is important. Not a massive result. I'm very disappointed in it. I thought that there were a number of situations, particularly two set plays, the two corner kicks, very, very similar. So I'm a bit disappointed in no learning through our lessons. Well, firstly, doing our jobs properly and making sure that we're picking up properly at that first set play, but actually the same kind of movement happening again was disappointing. So that really genuinely has to be looked at. I thought there was, like I say, lessons to be learned there, and I think we were missing a wee bit of appetite and a wee bit of desire. That's not about effort and work rate, because individually the boys kind of worked hard and tried, but it's evident that we were lacking a wee bit there. We've not kicked a ball in for a year as well, so coming into a game against Auchinleck Talbot, it is tough, but they're much in the same boat there. But I just thought they were a wee step in front of us there, and that's something we're going to have to really pick up, because obviously we've got Lymouth Rose coming here on Wednesday night, and then we've got Athley, and we've got other friendlies as we move forward in terms of Yoker and Boness and stuff like that. So we need to give a better showing about what we're doing. I think there was a small, probably a tad of naivety there as well. We were trying to play the ball in certain areas of the pitch, and it kept getting burst, and we didn't change it as well as we should have, and varied our play as much. So that caused us probably a lot of problems in there. That's not to take away from Auchinleck Talbot, because obviously they're a good side and they've got good players as well as we have. But listen, we've got good players here. We'll learn for that. It was a good exercise for us today, because as far as I'm concerned, as manager, it's better having an exercise like that and finding out, about what we need to improve upon here and there, rather than having a game here where we win convincingly and it's easy, and then we get into the league fixtures. But it's all about our aims for the 17th of July in Blantyre coming here. So we will need to give a better showing. We will need to be in better form individually and as a team, because that performance today will not be good enough to beat Blantyre either. So we need to make sure that we're on that. I had a good chat with the lads there, and they know that. They know that we need to improve upon our showing today, individually and collectively as a team. And we also outside the park, we need to think a wee bit about what we're doing and how we're going to make the changes to assist with that as well. So we're all in it together. It's all about the team and kind of moving forward. But no doubt we're disappointed with the result today. We made errors that were really costly, so we were hard to argue against the result, and I'm not going to. But what we need to do is we need to learn from those mistakes that we've made very quickly, and we need to make sure that we remedy those, and we put in better performances individually and as a team. That's important, because obviously at a football club at Paul, we want to be winning. We want to be at the top end. We want to be going and looking to win trophies, progressing the club further forward up the pyramid. That's the aims. That's the aims, and it has to be the aims individually of the players as well. They want to do that, because like, we've got good footballers here. You're not at Paul if you're not a good footballer, But we need a wee bit more than just being a good footballer to be a winner, at the top, and that's what we're trying to get across here. There were some, instances at individual play that were good, but probably nowhere near enough, if I'm being totally honest with you about it. I think we lacked a wee bit of penetration. I didn't think we troubled them in front of goal. I think we had a couple of opportunities early on. And believe it or not, I thought the first 10 minutes we started the game well. We were on the front foot. We were coming in, and we lost our way. I think like I mentioned earlier, the set plays kind of changed how we were going about the game. That cheap set play to give it away and then getting the second one. So it really went against. And the third one's an individual error. So it's not as if we've been really cut open and stuff like that. I mean, the fourth goal, the boys get you know, it's a good finish, but he's got far too much time. So these are small, these are individual errors that are really costly. Do you know what I mean? And you know, you get punished at this level for it, so you need to make sure that you're at the top of your game. You need to make sure that they're doing their job well. And I've emphasised that to the boys, and they're well aware of that, and they're disappointed by the result for sure. But again, in pre-season, it's not just always about the result. But when you're a club like Port, you know, you want to be putting in better performances, and certainly there should be better results coming out the other end of pre-season or not. You know, so we're not taking away for that, and I certainly wouldn't make any excuses on that, because that's certainly the result that I was anticipating today, or in the future for a matter of fact. You know, but the positive note out of it being the first game, it's a good exercise. We know exactly where we are and what we need to improve upon, and there is a lot. There's more than I anticipated, perhaps, to improve upon. You know, so we'll get to work and we'll get doing that. But again, ultimately, we've got some great friendlies, some really tough opposition. I designed it in that way because I really wanted to find out and be tested in the big games. But it's ultimately getting prepared for the 17th in the league campaign, starting back again. So, you know, it was great to see supporters back in. Disappointed for them, we could have put on a better performance for them as well. Thank them for coming out. But you know, we want to put in better performances for sure. But it's an early start. There's a lot of rustiness there, as you can see, and it's about kind of getting that weeded out and making sure that we're in a better position, and we're certainly putting in better performances and getting better results for that when it comes to league campaign. So yeah, not a great day at the office, but as I say, there are bigger pictures there to look at. So I would be hoping the next time the fixture comes around that there will be a different complexion on it. It will certainly far more competitive than perhaps it was today in certain aspects of our game.
Alright, that's brilliant. Thanks very much, Murdie. Cheers.
You're welcome.